As we grow up, we're often told we will have to make sacrifices for others. In other words, sacrifice our needs and our desires to advance the greater good. Now, this is often portrayed as a virtue. But what is the definition of sacrifice? It means to give up something that is valuable to you in order to help another. Now, sacrifice implies giving up what you want and desire so that another can benefit. Think about that for a second. Giving up what you desire, something that you enjoy or that you find valuable, so that someone else can benefit or gain something. That is what causes unhappiness. Here's the problem. You cannot control another person or how they feel. You weren't born to make another person feel better. You can only control yourself. You may make sacrifices for someone, and then shortly thereafter they may change their mind, or they might squander or misuse the very thing that you sacrificed. So now what? I'm going to pause here to actually thank you for taking the time out to tune into my channel. If you think that you've been entertained or informed in any way, please help us out by liking and subscribing to the channel. And also, remember to tap that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I post new content. Thank you so much. So why do we make these sacrifices? Because most of us were taught to please everyone else first. For example, when you're a child, you're taught to seek approval. How? Well, when you did certain things, the adults in our lives, they rewarded you with, a treat or a compliment, or they let everyone in the family know, oh, so-and-so did this, isn't she amazing? And they would say things like, oh, you're such a good girl, or you're such a good boy. But often this included a form of affection. Sometimes you get a hug or you get a kiss on the cheek, and you would just end up having wonderful playtime with your extra playtime, or you'd spend, your parents would give you more attention, so on and so forth. So all of that can easily translate to, I love you. Yeah, this is a very powerful belief that gets instilled in most of us from early childhood. And so then the psyche as an adult becomes, I will get love or approval if I do these things. I'll fit in. I'll get the praise that I'm looking for. And then this will really feel good and I'll feel loved. And then this is what then begins to permeate our lives throughout our adulthood. So the path is then set. And that is to please others if you want to be loved, if you want success, if you want to be appreciated, if you want to be happy. Yeah, that's huge. But unfortunately, this is not really accurate. You see, how do we know this? Well, there was a survey that was conducted And it was conducted amongst people who were facing the end of their life. And they were asked, what was their biggest regret? And you guessed it. The answer was, I wish I had the courage to live life true to myself, not the life that everyone else expected of me. That was the number one regret. So they didn't live a life that was truly fulfilling. So sad, isn't it? Ironically, many people call it selfish. When you set the standard of doing what you want in your life, but doing what you desire to do to fulfill your life brings you more contentment and joy. And somehow others paint this as bad or selfish. Well, there are two types of selfishness. One is based on fear and competition, and the other is based on self-love. You see, the negative fear-based selfishness is focused on outdoing or getting ahead of another and not caring about anyone else and getting out ahead so they can look better and they can look good and they can do this regardless of who else is impacted in a negative way. They don't even care. It's just all about me. I'm going to get mine. That's kind of the attitude they have. However, there's an opposite form of selfishness that is based on self-love. And it is very different. How so? Because it's about caring about yourself in a very positive, uplifting way. You see, it's about making sure you feel whole and complete, doing things that bring you joy and fulfillment of your desires. You see, and this involves filling up your cup first. Because when you do that, you can then help another. You can't help anyone if your cup is empty. So you are supposed to feel good. You are supposed to have joy. You are supposed to fulfill your desires because that's what's going to make you feel good. And then you will help another. And that certainly, you can call it selfish if you want, but that's not selfish, helping another. It's fine to help another. But make sure your cup is full first. That's what it really is about. You can't assist anyone with thriving if you're not thriving yourself. It's just like the example of the airplane. When there's a lack of cabin pressure, they tell you to put your mask on first. You must put your mask on first, so that then you can then go and help those who are less capable. Maybe it's elderly or small children. But if you end up not doing that, you'll be dying while you're trying to save another. You don't have your mask on, you're running around trying to help, and then before you know it, you can easily perish. You must save yourself first, because otherwise you'll end up sacrificing your life for nothing, because you weren't self-loving enough to see the benefit of taking care of yourself first, so that you can then assist as many people as possible. So don't sacrifice your desires for anyone. Care about how you feel, and then go and fulfill some of life's greatest pleasures. Be selfish enough in a positive way to care about yourself. This will only help enhance your life experience, and that will serve you and others for the greater good. And so I often like to leave off with a quote or a proverb or something. Today, I'd like to leave you with this. Eat half, walk double, laugh triple, and love without measure. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And remember, tap that notifications bell so you'll be notified when I post new content.